This afternoon from Alumni Field, it's the Rutland Junior Varsity going up against the Junior Varsity team from Brattleboro this evening, about a 6 o'clock game start. Mark Carboneau along with Jeffrey Dodds this evening to do the camera work. And we'll have all the play-by-play for this one as the Junior Varsity team, as we look down on them, down on Alumni Field, getting ready for this matchup with the Brattleboro Colonels this evening. So we'll be bringing that action momentarily. After a short break, we'll be back. All right, we're back at Alumni Field here this evening, early evening kickoff, 6 o'clock start. Mark Carboneau along with Jeffrey Dodds here on the camera. And Jeff, first game of the year for Jeffrey as he gets the baptism in camera work. So here we go, taking over for Ernie Sewell. The master. And it's taken by number 15 for the Raiders. That's Razagi. And Razagi will bring it up. Nice return. Gets it up about the 35. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Raiders. They'll have it right there. Let's see where they'll spot it here. Boy, a beautiful day, but that sun is rather blinding here as we're up in the press box here at Alumni. Just underway, the Colonels from Brattleboro and the Rutland High Raiders from Rutland High School here. Junior varsity action this afternoon at Alumni Field. And we've got break to huddle. We'll set this up here as we go. Number 10 is the Raider quarterback is Zach Johnson, and hopefully we've got the numbers and they all match. Got a man in motion. Number 23, and son of a gun, they missed that one. And the handoff. Nice run there inside over the 40 by number 24, and that would be Connor Beerworth on the carry for the Raiders. So Beerworth with the carry, and he gets the ball, let's see, up over the 40, we'll call it the 43. Second down for the Raiders, ball at the 43-yard line, just underway here at Alumni. We'll set some of that Colonel defense here as we go along. Again, 23 in motion. We're going to have to find out who number 23 is. There's the pitch. Every game, every year, there's at least one player, and this kid's off to the races. There he goes. And finally taken down from behind by number 24 of the Colonels. And that was Max Lloyd. Lloyd on the tackle for Brattleboro. We got a first down for the Raiders. So here we go. The Raiders right out of the cannon here. As soon as they got the kickoff, nice drive going here. Early first quarter. Johnson handoff again, inside, and a nice run, tripped up by 13, and that was 22 on the carry. That's Justin McCormick. McCormick on the carry for the Raiders. And on the tackle was number 13, Cody Lee for the Colonels, coming up to make the stop. So the Raiders pick up the first down. We got a 1st and 10 here. First and goal, I should say. 1st and goal for the Raiders. And the ball at about the 13-yard line. There's the pitch. McCormick again, cuts it back. And this time they're going to have him. Finally, a host of Colonels bringing them down there. Number 6 looks like led the charge there. And let's see. Sure, they would do this to me again. 6 I don't have. For Brattleboro, so we'll have to check that one out. So the Raiders now with a 2nd down and goal. And it's actually at the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal at the 5. Barks him out. Handoff. 24. And 24 got the call that time. That's Beerworth on the carry. And they get it closer, so it'll be a 3rd down and about 2 yards to go for the Raiders here. Opening quarter, 8:52 left from Alumni. Junior varsity action on Channel 15. How we doing? Okay. All right, they line it up. We've got a 32. That's the wide out. Now there's two 32s, but then we're gonna give that to Pep. Tom Pep on the left side, and the handoff to give. And let's see who gets off the bottom of the pile. It's 27 on the carry for the Raiders. Wes Landon on the carry, I believe. It was 27. So it'll bring up a 4th down for the Raiders. And the ball at the 2-yard line. We got a timeout on the field. Signal. Okay, we're back. Back at Alumni, the Raiders driving here with 7:59 left, first quarter of play. Number 10, that's Zach Johnson, the Raider quarterback, barking him out. A couple of setbacks behind him out of the eye. First man through. And a big pile up there met by a hole. Oh, he got in for the touchdown. Touchdown Raiders. And it looked like Landon got in there, 27, at least according to the roster here. Wes Landon in for the score. Raiders are on the board first. 7:55, first quarter. And it's 6-0 Raiders. Nice drive put together there by Rutland on the opening kickoff. Taking the ball all the way down, getting the score, 6-0. Now we'll have the attempt for the extra points. .32 out to the right. That's going to be Tom Pep. And to the left, I got to find out who that 23 is. We're going to have to get his number here as soon as we get a timeout. There we go, nice play. And they got the 2-point conversion. Tom Pep will give it to him. He got the 2 points. Both teams back up the field. It's the Raiders 8 and the Colonels nothing. We'll be back. Alumni Raiders on top here, 8-0 over the Brattleboro Colonels. Junior varsity action this evening on a beautiful day here in Rutland, and looks like a nice evening to watch. A good crowd on here in Alumni for this junior varsity matchup between the Colonels and the Raiders. The Raiders took the opening drive, marched down, and got the touchdown, and there's the kick by Johnson, kicking it off for the Raiders, taken by number 6 for Brattleboro. I believe that was Hermanson. So Hermanson on the return. And Mube on the tackle for the Raiders. Mube and company is meant by a host of Raiders out there. So it'll be a 1st and 10 for the Colonels. They'll go to work here with 7:48 left in the first quarter of play. And up over the center, number 7, John Wong is the Colonel quarterback. There's the handoff for the first man through. Nothing going there. 78 for the Raiders. Ethan Hadley makes the tackle, and I believe it was 38 was the ball carrier for the Colonels. That was Dan Flynn. So Hadley coming in to make the stop for the Raiders. Nice tackle there by Hadley, number 78. Plugs up that middle for that Raider defense here. So it's a 2nd down, loss of 2 on the play. 2nd down, 12, ball at the Colonel 31. Here's it goes to Flynn again, 38, and he picks up a few on the carry. And looks like we'll give it to number 81 and company down. 81 was Philip Matty.
Tackle made by Thayer.
And also Thayer was in there also to help out for the Raiders. So it's a 3rd down and 12. Ball at the 35-yard line. 6:35 left here, first quarter of play from Alumni. Drops it back, rolling, looking, and let's see, there's the pass, and it was intended for number 42 there for the Colonels, and 42, Brandon Gendro, the intent. All right, we're back on here as the pass was incomplete. And so we've got let's see, there was a penalty marker down on the field. It was 3rd and 8 for the Colonels. And an ineligible receiver downfield, so it is a loss of down, I believe.
Legal man
So they'll bring up a 4th down. They'll lose the down. Brings up a 4th down now. And I'm trying to go by the board, but the board, somebody's sleeping over there on that scoreboard. Who's on the clock? 4th down and 8, and it's kicked away, and the Raiders will. Oh, now if he didn't signal a fair catch, the Brattleboro defense came right into the Raider there, the Raider player that was down there. I thought he signaled for a fair catch, but evidently not. But anyways, the Raiders will have it 1st and 10, and they'll take over in their own territory at, let's see, what are we calling this? Let's see where they set the ball down. When they finally put the ball down, there we go. 43 it looks like. So we'll go 1st and 10 for the Raiders at their own 43-yard line as we have about 6:08 left here in the first quarter. From Alumni Field on Channel 15 this evening, Mark Carboneau along with Jeffrey Dodds on the camera. And we're glad to be here, glad to bring you this game here. As Johnson now barks him out. And we got a little movement along that Brattleboro line. There's the pitch. This is Beerworth on the carry, and Connor gets it up over the 45 to about the 47, 48-yard line. So it'll be a 2nd down and about 7 to go for the Raiders. Beerworth on the carry. And let's see, we've got number 15 checking in for the Raiders. We get somebody, that's Razagi. Some of the up over the football, the Raider center, number 56, Casey Battles. So Battles comes up. Johnson over center, a couple of setbacks out of the eye. 5:12 left, first quarter. Johnson, pitch back. This is Beerworth, gets a block, and they were finally railroad him out of bounds there, but he gets the ball up to about midfield, right about 50-yard line. So Beerworth on the carry again. So it'll be a, let's see, this will set up a 3rd down for the Raiders. 3rd and a long 5 here for Rutland as they lead in this one 8-0 over the Brattleboro Colonels. 15, that's Razagi checking out for Rutland. So you got Battles on the offensive line, Logan Kraskanko, and I apologize if I mispronounce anybody's name this afternoon. Johnson barking him out, single setback, drops it back, got a receiver down there, Beerworth, and the intended receiver, Connor Beerworth, and the Raiders will have a 4th down. So it'll be a 4th and 5 for the Raiders from midfield. Got about another half hour, 45 minutes, Jeffrey, and that sun will be out of our face here. We're not complaining because we love the sun being out, but kind of tough here on this side of the field. So the Raiders now will kick it away as we have Zach Johnson will punt back deep for the Colonels. As let's see, Hermanson, 6 and also 26 is back there, I believe. And this is 28, Arenstam. He's going to take the kick. Well, I think he touched it, so they're going to have to cover that. And there's Hermanson, picks it up. He's across the 10 and up close to about the 15-yard line. So Hermanson on the return. There is a penalty marker down. And let's see who this is going to go against. Illegal formation against the Raiders.
Illegal formation on the Raiders. Pushes it back
so this will bring it back
retry 4th down.
5 yards. They'll do it over again. They'll re-kick. And the ball will be, let's see, placed at about the 45-yard line, the Raider 45. So the 5-yard penalty goes against Rutland. They'll re-kick it here on the 4th down. As we have 4:06 left, first quarter of play here from Alumni. All right, we're ready to roll as Johnson back again. And the kick is away. Johnson gets a nice boot away, and it's taken there by, taken and dropped. Number 3 for the Colonels as he tries to get away. Nothing doing there. Beerworth coming up to make a fine tackle on number 3 for the Colonels, and that was Isaac Wadomski. So Wadomski with the return. Beerworth coming up to make the nice play with the tackle for the Raiders, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Colonels at about the 12-yard line. And it'll be 1st and 10, 3:54 left, first quarter. Raiders on top, 8-0. Taking the opening drive and marching all the way down to get on the board first. And this is, again, John Wong, the Colonel quarterback. Handoff, first man through. And let's see. Boy, that was quick. Oh, you got to follow this.
Tackle made by Ramsey. Brings up 2nd down.
So Ramsey on the tackle for the Raiders, 3:30 left, and it's a 2nd down now for Brattleboro. First man through for the Colonels, and getting up off the bottom of the pile here is 24. So 24, the ball carrier for the Colonels, is Max Lloyd. So Max Lloyd on the carry, Horton on the tackle. So it'll be 3rd and a long 4 here for the Colonels. Ball just about at the 20-yard line. Pitches it back. And 28, 32's in there. 22 in for the Raiders to make the stop. That's Justin McCormick and company on the tackle. And on the carry was number 28 for the Colonels, Monty Ehrenstrom. So Ehrenstrom on the carry for the Colonels, and it'll bring up a 4th down. 4th and about 2 yards. So we'll call it 4th and 2. And the ball about the 23-yard line of the Colonels' 23-yard line. And we got a penalty marker down on the field. And I don't think he was close to that first down marker. I don't think he made it. Ball carrier for the Colonels, number 24 on the carry. That was Lloyd again. So Max Lloyd on the carry. The Raiders making the stop there, the penalty. Penalty marker down. They're talking to the Raiders, so it looks like it'll be. Let's see what we got here. We got an illegal formation against the Colonels, so
Legal formation on the Colonel, 5-yard penalty.
5-yard penalty. So it'll be 4th, and again, this will be a 4th and about, we'll call it 7. 4th and 7. So we got a timeout call by the Colonels. We'll be back momentarily. Back. All right, back at Alumni here is the timeout just about coming to an end. 2:05 left, first quarter of play. And they've taken, we're losing points off the board. Somebody took the point off of us. It is an 8-0 game. As the Colonels have a 4th down. And hold the phone here. We got a penalty marker on the field. Dead ball fall. A false start against Brattleboro. So it'll be a 4th down again. And they'll redo it over. And the Raiders have, Razagi back there, number 15. To receive the punt. And 81 for the Colonels will be doing the kicking. That's Travis Haskins. So Haskins will be booting the football away. Connor Beerworth pretty close to it. And calling for the fair catch, but you got to fall on it. You got to grab that baby. Razagi covers for the Raiders, and they'll have a 1st and 10. See where they'll spot this. Right about the 44-yard line. So the Raiders will have it. Actually, no, we're going the other way, so it's going to be about the 37, we'll call it. Raiders will go from there. 37-yard line of the Colonels. 1st and 10 with 1 and 56 seconds left here in the first quarter. Is this guy in the way? Okay, thank you. Doing a good job. I know. All right, 1st and 10 for the Raiders. Ball at their own, or at the Colonel 37. Couple of setbacks behind Johnson, the quarterback. Barks them out. First man through. Now that's, and what do we got? A fumble? Or looks like, yeah, we had a fumble on the play. And it'll be Colonel football. So the Colonels have recovered. The Raiders turned the ball over here. They had a 1st and 10 at their own, or at the Colonel 37. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Colonels, and they're going to go from the 35-yard line. So it's 1st and 10 for Brattleboro at the 35. First game of the season for us. We'll be back to do a few more JV games this year, and we're going to try to get in a few freshman games if we can. We'll try to get as many to as many as we can here this year from alumni. So there we go. There's the pitch, and this is taken by, let's see, number 28 for the Colonels. On the carry, that's Aaron Strom, and he gets it up, let's see, over the 40, close to the 45. 2nd down and about 3. So 2nd down and about 2 here for Brattleboro. Wong barks him out. First man through. And on the carry, getting up to midfield. 24, Max Lloyd on the carry, but there is a penalty marker down on the field, so we'll just hang on and see what we got going here as we have under a minute left in the first quarter. Thayer and Beerworth on the tackle for the Raiders. Ernie Sewell's in the booth. So blast from the pass. Yeah, really. So we got a legal block in the back against the Colonels, so that's going to bring the ball back inside the 35. And it'll be a 2nd down and a bunch. We got less than a minute to go here. Clock running in the first quarter of play from alumni as Wong barks them out. And there's the handoff to 28 going through there. That's Aaron Strom, and he's tackled. Let's see who, 66, I believe, was in on the tackle. Matt Cody for the Raiders. So it'll be, let's see, 3rd down. And let's see, about 11 yards to go here for the Raiders, or for the Colonels, I should say, as Wong barks them out. Got a man in motion and pitches it back. Oh, one of the Raiders came up, missed the tackle, but Beerworth got him. Had some help from 32, and that's Pep and Beerworth on the tackle for the Raiders. And on the carry was, these numbers are not in order, but that was Paul Franklin on the carry for the Colonels. And that's it. That's the end of the first quarter of play with the Raiders on top over the Colonels, 8-0. All right, back at Alumni here. Second quarter ready to get underway as the Raiders have an 8-0 lead over the Brattleboro Colonels. The Colonels have the football. They've got a 4th down, 11, the ball at the 34-yard line. And there's the boot there, and it's going to be bouncing around inside the 40, inside the 30, and they'll blow it dead right about the 28-yard line. So the Raiders will go to work there, 1st and 10 at their own 28. And the Raiders took the opening kickoff, and nice drive put together by the Raiders. Got on the board, got the touchdown, and then was able to get the 2-point conversion on a nice pass play. And right now that's where we stand, 8-0. Raiders over the Colonels as one of the assistant coaches. There's Jake Eaton coming on the field. See him all on the sidelines. And I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see some of the varsity players maybe stop over. Watch this game here at Alumni. Junior varsity action this afternoon on Channel 15. Brought to you Jeffrey Dodds on the camera work this afternoon. Getting his indoctrination into filming the football games. And we're off to a good start. It's Zach Johnson, the Raider. Or no, actually we've got a new quarterback in there. Number 18, that's Trevor Olson. Trevor Olson has come in at the quarterback position. Landon on the carry. So Trevor Olson now, number 18, the Raider quarterback in there in the first quarter. First quarter we saw Zach Johnson, and now they come. The Raiders come in with Olson now in the second quarter of play. 10:56 left, second quarter, and up over the center now. There's a 72. That's Connor Denahan, the Raiders center. On the carry is Beerworth, and they're going to muscle him out of bounds as the Colonels came up, led by number 3.
Ball carrier Beerworth, no gain, brings up third and ball 10.
I did write that down. I've got 3 here. There he is. That's Wadomski and company on the tackle for the Colonels. So it'll bring up a 3rd and 10 now for Rutland. All right. Olson up over center. Got a couple of setbacks, couple of wideouts to the left. Barks him out. Drops it back. Looking. Oh, a beautiful spiral down the field. He's got a man open and broken up. Wow. 23, and I don't have.
Jump. Incomplete. Brings up 4th and 10.
Is it Chum? Kyle Chum, I believe. We're getting it from Rick Battles across the way. He's doing the clockwork this evening, so we'll call it. That was Kyle Chum, the pass intended for number 23 for the Raiders. It's the only kid that we don't have his number or his name on the roster. It's happened every year. I've been doing this for probably 15 years, and it's happened every year to us, at least one game. So there you go. So, Jeffrey, welcome to the club. So we got Zach Johnson punting the ball away here. Gets a nice boot away, and it's taken by Hermanson across the way for the Colonels. Gets it into over the 40 into Raider territory inside the 40-yard line, and at about the 39-yard line. So Colonels will go to work, 1st and 10 at the Raider 39-yard line, as we have 9:41 left here in the second quarter of play, and it's a junior varsity action tonight from Alumni Field. And let's see, the Colonel quarterback is Wong. We're going to get some of these defensive players in here for the Raiders as we go along. We've got 1st and 10, 77 there, checking in. Logan, there's the pitch. Number 12, they're going to have him. Nice play by the Raider defense, coming up big, and led by number, is that 32 or no, 22? 22, Justin McCormick and company on the tackle for the Raiders. There is a penalty marker down, and on the carry was number 28, Aaron Stram for the Colonels. So we're talking this one over. Good crowd on hand for junior varsity game. Beautiful night for football, and holding against the Colonels. So it'll be a 1st down for Brattleboro. The ball at the, wait a minute, we got a timeout called the Raiders, so we'll be back momentarily. All right, back at Alumni, 9:12 left here, second quarter of action, as we have the Raiders and the Colonels junior varsity action this evening. The Raiders on top, 8-0. And Wong, the Brattleboro quarterback, up behind the center, ready to go. He's got a man in motion. And drops it back, looking. And pass intended for number 13, Cody Lee. So the pass intended for Lee for the Colonels. And it'll bring up a 3rd down. And about 11 yards to go here for the Colonels. Third and 11. 9:06 left here, second quarter of action. And Wong barks him out. Drops it back again, got some pressure coming. And pass is complete down to Hermanson as Hermanson catches the pass from Wong inside the 25 as Wong had some pressure coming there from Evans for the Raiders, but he was able to get the pass away.
Tackle made by Crosby.
And on the tackle was Ron Crosby on the tackle for the Raiders. But it's a first down for the Colonels as they have it that much deeper inside of Raider territory, inside the 25. They'll start 23 as he drops it back and fires it across. It goes incomplete. Pass was intended for 28 again, and that was Ehrenstrom. So a second down coming up for the Colonels now. 8:41 left in the second quarter of play. Ready? Wong barks him out. Couple of setbacks out of the eye. He's got a man in motion as the pitch goes back to Ehrenstrom. Cuts it back to the outside. Finally taken down on the play and coming up to make the stop there, led by 52 for the Raiders, Zach Horton and company. So Horton coming in with the tackle. And it'll bring up a third down now. 3rd and 5 coming up for the Colonels. As Hermanson goes out wide right. Wong barks him out, drops it back, rolls right now, looking. Hermanson's down there, fires, and it goes incomplete. Hermanson, the intended receiver down there.
Brings up 4th and 5.
So it'll be a 4th down and 5. Shum on the coverage for the Raiders, number 23. And it'll be a 4th down and 5 for Brattleboro now. And 53. Dave Reffy leads them out of the huddle, the Brattleboro center. Wong rolls right, fires, pass complete. And let's see, got down inside the 5. Pass was complete to number 41, Steve Frankowitz. So Frankowitz on the reception. Shum gets the tackle. So it'll be 1st and goal for the Colonels as Frankowitz gets the reception from Wong. 1st and goal, Brattleboro, and they have the ball just inside the 5-yard line as Wong barks him out. First man through gets the handoff. That's Ehrenstrom. And Ehrenstrom gets close to the goal line, roughly, let's see, we'll call it about, see, we're going to spot this one. Yeah, we'll call it the 1, huh? 1-yard line. So Evans on the tackle for the Raiders. 2nd down, they keep moving the ball here. 2nd down and 2nd and goal from the 1. There's the carry by Ehrenstrom again, and a host of Raiders finally wrestle him to the ground. Nothing doing there. And on the bottom, 75 for the Raiders. That's Timothy Ramsey. Ramsey on the tackle, so it'll be 3rd and goal now as the Raiders have held thus far. 6:52 left here in the second quarter of play. Wong, couple of wideouts. Got a man in motion here. Pitch back. 28, Ehrenstrom trying to get in, and he just got in there for the touchdown. So the Colonels are on the board. Ehrenstrom brings it in from 1 yard out. And it's an 8-6 ball game now with 6:40 left here in the second quarter of play. Good ball game thus far. Raiders taking the opening kickoff, marching down, getting the score. Going up 8-0, and now Brattleboro sneaks it in here from a yard out with 6:40 left here in the second quarter of play. Wong barks him out. And pitch back. This is Ehrenstrom. And they're not going to make 2 points. So stop coming up to make the play was number 22 for the Raiders, Justin McCormick. McCormick makes the tackle. So the score now, the Raiders 8 and the Colonels 6. We'll be back. All right, we're back at the Alumni. 6:40 left here, second quarter of play, and the Colonels have just put it in from a yard out, so it's an 8-6 ball game as the Raiders are on top. As Wong will tee it up and kick it to either McCormick or Razagi back deep for the Raiders. McCormick and Razagi back deep, and this is going to go to Razagi's side, but it's going to go out of bounds inside the 20. So Raiders will have an option here as to what to do. There was a penalty. Well, that's anytime the ball goes out of bounds, it's basically a penalty. So they'll either let's see what they'll do. They'll be talking to the Raiders. They're going to have, you can have Brattleboro kick it further back. Oh, okay. So the Raiders are going to, it's a kicking infraction.
First and 10 Raiders on their own.
So the Raiders will have the ball. They'll take the ball at their own 35-yard line. So first and 10 as Mr. Coombs enters the press box. So we've got a first and 10 for the Raiders. 6:40 left here in the second quarter of play, and here we go. And at the quarterback spot, it's Trevor Olson, second quarter. As we had Zach Johnson was behind there, quarterback in position, but now Olson remains in there. Second quarter, the handoff there, nothing doing. That was number 27, Wes Landon for the Raiders. And no gain, basically lost a couple on the play, so it'll be a second down and about 12. Second down and 12 for the Raiders, ball at the 33-yard line. And the sun is no longer in our eyes here at Alumni. That'll help you, right, Jeffrey? Olson barks him out. Got a man in motion. Now he's rolling out himself, and I thought he was going to pitch it back. Gets it up 40-yard line. So Olson on the carry gets up to the 40. On the keeper. Olson on the keeper. And so it'll be third down and about 6 as we have 5:28 left here, second quarter. Junior varsity action this evening from Alumni Field, and a good crowd on hand for this one. Let's see who they got under center here as they come up. 72. So Connor Denahan, Raiders center. Olson barks him out. Got a single setback behind Olson, and that would be Landon. Looking across the middle, pass is complete to Shum. And Shum on the completed pass. Kyle Shum on the reception. So it'll be first and 10 for the Raiders. They'll have it inside the 45 at about the, see, we're going to mark this. We'll call it the 43. So first and 10 for the Raiders at the Colonel 43-yard line as we have 4:47 left in the second quarter of play. Drops it back. Olson looks the pass. Now they're going to have him. And he was looking for a receiver there, coming up to make the play. 57 for the Colonels.
By the Colonels, brings the ball back to
Dan Wyckoff coming in to make the tackle for the Colonels. So it'll be a loss on the play back inside the Raider 50, or inside, let's see, call it the about the 48. So the ball at the Raider 48-yard line. So we'll have a second down and 17 now. As we have Pep out to the left, Razagi to the right. Those are your wideouts. Drops it back. Now he rolls. Olson looks, and he had Connor Beerworth out. He overshot him. So it was intended for Beerworth. It'll be a third down now. Third and 17 for the Raiders. Yeah, you're going to have to raise it up next game. Yeah, don't worry. So So we got a 3rd and 17 for the Raiders. Ball at the 49-yard line. 3:50 left, second quarter, in a very entertaining game. The Raiders on top. The Colonels 8-6. As Olson barks them out. Single setback. That's Beerworth behind him. Drops it back. Looks across the middle. Got Shum. And Shum has it at the 40. 35-30. Penalty marker down as Shum gets it inside the 25. He's wrestled out of bounds, but a nice play. And we got to wait and see what the penalty is all about. Nice play as Olson went to Shum. Took it inside the 25, but there is a penalty marker against the Raiders. So it's going to go all for naught. Illegal block on the Raiders, so it'll bring it back. Too bad. It was a nice play, nice pass play there by Olson to Shum. And it covered quite a bit of ground. So unfortunately, it's going to come back. So the Raiders will be looking at a, let's see what we got, a 3rd. So they go to the spot of the infraction. So it's a 3rd and 12 on the coming up for the Raiders here. And the ball at 45-yard line. 3:25 left, second quarter of play from Alumni here. Junior varsity action tonight on Channel 15. Couple of wideouts. We got Pep to the right, Razagi to the left. Shum is in there also to the left. Got a man coming in. Oh, Olson gets it away. Beerworth gets the reception. Connor Beerworth making his way across the 40, 35-30, 25. Beerworth is going to score. Connor Beerworth in for the touchdown, Raiders. And I'll tell you, some fancy footwork by Beerworth got him into the end zone. Nice play as Olson hooks up with Beerworth on the score. And the Raiders go up 14-6 with 2:59 left here in the second quarter. Nice play on the Olson to Beerworth score for the touchdown. As Beerworth covered a lot of ground here, but back and forth, and nice play by the Raiders. So they'll go for 2 here as it's 14-6 now. And couple of wideouts on the right. That's Shum and Pep. Olson, and the pass was intended for number 31, Evans. And Olson's pass goes incomplete. Both teams back up the field. It's the Raiders 14 and the Colonels 6. We'll be back. All right, back at Alumni here. 2:59 left in the second quarter of play. 14-6 on a pass play. The Raiders have just scored from Olson to Connor Beerworth. And Beerworth covered some nice ground there. Fancy footwork. Got into the end zone for the score. 14-6 is where we stand. There's the kick to the Colonels. It's going to be picked up by number 3. And let's see, razzle dazzle here, moving around. Finally, they're going to have them. And on the return, let me see here, number 3, we've got him on the board here. That's Wadomski for Brattleboro. So Wadomski on the return, on the tackle. We'll give it to number 34 for the Raiders. We're going to give it to Jack Mube. Jack Mube and company on the tackle. So 1st and 10 Brattleboro, and they'll go to work here at their own 30-yard line. 1st and 10 at the 30. 2:43 left here in the second quarter, and here we go. 53 up over the center, or up over the football. That's the Dave Reffy Colonel Center. This is Wong rolling out to his right. Looks, and he's got a man down there. Let's see. Yeah, they're going to call it a catch by Hermanson. So Hermanson gets the reception. It looked like he couldn't tell whether he trapped it or actually caught the ball. Did make the reception. So it's a first down for, let's see. Boy, they're running quick here. No huddle by the Colonels. It's a 1st and 10. Drops it back. Wong, now he flips it. That's a live ball. And let's see, the Raiders are going to recover. It looks like Landon got in on it. Wes Landon for the Raiders. Number 27 was Landon, recovers the loose football. And it'll be a 1st and 10 for the Raiders with 2:08 left second quarter, and they're going to be knocking on the door again here. Raiders will have it roughly, we'll call it the 30-yard line. They'll make it to 29. So 1st and 10 at the Colonel 29. 2:08 left, and the Raiders already with a 14-6 lead. Now they're discussing the penalty here. Let's see. Can't hear the official. What'd they call that now? They're going to call incomplete pass. I believe was the call now from the officials. There was a penalty on there, so now it was an incomplete pass, and it'll be a 2nd down, 2nd and 15 for the Colonels. Drops it back. Wong looking, still looking. Finally, they got it away. Number 31 for the Raiders was right there. Evans, Akeem Evans.
Pressure by number 31, Evans.
So Evans with the pressure for the Raiders. It'll be a 3rd down and 15. And let's see. Boy, these guys, I tell you, they never want to put the football down. There it is.
Timeout, Colonel.
And the Colonels will call a timeout. We'll be right back. Okay, back at Alumni. 2:01 left, 2nd quarter. Raiders on top 14-6, and the Colonels have it 3rd and 15 from the 37. This is Wong. Rolls to his left, fires, incomplete. Pass was intended for 13, number 13, Cody Lee. Lee, the intended receiver. And it'll be a 4th down now, 4th and 15 for the Colonels. The ball at the 37. And Razagi is in there. Let's see if he's going to go back, if he's going to drop back deep. So Razagi in to receive the punt from the Colonels. 1:55 left here in the 2nd quarter of play. The kick is away. Just barely. High kick. Razagi calls for a fair catch. Makes the catch inside the 40 at about the 37. So the Raiders will go to work there.
Brings up 1st down and 10 for the Raiders at their own 40.
1st and 10 at the 30. Let's see. We got a ball? Jeffrey, you ought to be down there getting those dry footballs for him. Saturday afternoon and Friday nights, you're on the sidelines, and then the rest of the week you're up in the booth here doing the camera work. We'll get you on the air before the season's over with, so people still think you're a real person. They know you're here. All right, here we go. Ready to roll. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. They got a man in motion. That's Shum. Olsen drops it back, flips it out to Shum, and he gets it across the 40, close to the 45. They wrestle him out of bounds. Coming up to make the stop was number 40, Michael Ratty. Ratty coming up to make the stop for the Colonels. So it's a 2nd down and 7 for the Raiders, as we have 1:49 left in the 2nd quarter of play. 2nd down and 7, the ball at about the 43-yard line. 14-6, the Raiders on top. Took the ball in the opening drive and punched it in for a score. Got a score in the 2nd quarter to go up. Colonels came back with a score in the 1st quarter and make it 8-6, and the Raiders have punched one in here on a pass play from Olsen to Beerworth to make it a 14-6 game. Okay, Olsen barks him out. Got a man in motion, that's Shum. Olsen drops it back, looks, and now he's going to take it. And they're going to have him. That's going to be back close to the Raider 40-yard line. So basically, no gain on the play. So it'll be a 3rd down now. And the ball at the 43-yard line, 3rd and 7. As Olsen brings the play in from the sidelines. 27 checks out. That is Wes Landon. All right, here we go. Got a 3rd and 7 for the Raiders as Olson. No, we got a delay of game penalty against the Raiders. So this will mark them back 5 yards. So it'll bring up a 3rd and 12 now. 3rd and 12 for the Raiders as they picked up the penalty, delay of game penalty against Rutland. 57 seconds left here in the second quarter, and Jeffrey's got the hiccups. So stranger things have happened here on the air. All right, here we go, 3rd and 12. And let's see, Olson barks them out. Couple of setbacks out of the eye. He's got Pep down there on one side as a wide out, Shum on the other. Looking across the middle, there's Shum, and it's knocked down. The intended receiver was Kyle Shum. 13 for the Colonels.
Shum brings up 4th and about 12.
Lee for the Colonels breaks up the pass. So the Raiders will have a 4th down now, 4th and 12. And the ball at the 37-yard line. 51 seconds left here in the second quarter. So we have a 4th and 12 for the Raiders. And checking out is number 22. Justin McCormick checks out for the Raiders. And then to do the booting is number 10, Zach Johnson. So Johnson will kick it away here. And it goes off the end of his side of his foot. Takes a Raider bounce over the 45. And boy, I'll tell you, that's a live ball. That was pretty hairy. There's a 13 came up for the Colonels to cover it. Lee comes up to cover it for the Colonels. So it's a 1st and 10 for Brattleboro. They'll have the football. Let's see where they're going to mark it. Just inside midfield, we'll call it the 48. So they'll go from there. 1st and 10 for Brattleboro at the 48-yard line. 42 seconds left here in the second quarter of play. Junior varsity action tonight from Alumni Field on Channel 15. And here we go. So 1st and 10 for the Colonels. He's got a man in motion as Wong drops it back. Got some pressure coming. And it's a nice play defensively. Connor Beerworth coming up to make the defensive play, breaks up the pass intended for Lee of the Colonels. And, boy, I'll tell you, Beerworth all over the field here tonight for the Raiders, scoring on a pass play from Olson and then making a nice defensive play coming up to break up the pass. So we have a 2nd and 10 now. Wong rolls to his right. He's got a man down there, looks, and this is picked off by Beerworth. Connor Beerworth picks it off, and it's a Raider football. So Beerworth coming up, making the play defensively, gets the interception, gives the Raiders the football back here with 28 seconds left here in the second quarter of play. Nice play defensively by Beerworth. The Raiders in business again. 14-6, Raiders on top. All right, now Olson has Shum. Is that Shum and Pep to the left? Couple of setbacks behind him. Rolls back, looking, and that's Shum. Oh, and it's picked off by Lee of the Colonels. And he gets it up close to the 45, so there you go. Lee coming right back, picks it off for Brattleboro.
Brings up the 1st down for the Colonels.
And Brattleboro has the football. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Brattleboro with 12.8 seconds left here in the second quarter. This second quarter is dragging here. It's seems to be anyways. So the Colonels will have it at about the 44-yard line. 1st and 10. Got to watch this. And they probably won't be able to get this play out before the quarter ends. Let's see. We're running it down. We got about... No. That'll do it. No, wait a minute. Timeout. So with 2.9 seconds left in the second quarter, they called timeout. So we'll take a short break. Be right back. All right, we're back here at Alumni. We got 2.9 seconds left in the second quarter of play. The Raiders on top 14-6. over the Brattleboro Colonels, as the Colonels have just called the timeout, and we're ready to go. Colonels will have a 1st and 10, the ball at the 44-yard line, their own 44. As Wong drops back, and he fires down the sidelines, and it goes, it's picked out by the Raiders. Nope, it'll be a Raider football. Well, doesn't matter as the first half comes to an end. At halftime, it's the Raiders 14 and the Colonels 6.
Back to the Rutland versus Brattleboro game at the JV. Tonight, the score is 14-16, Rutland.
All right, we're back in Alumni here. Second half ready to get underway. The Raiders with a 14-6 lead over the Brattleboro Colonels, as we have our own version of Monday Night Football. And this was a 6 o'clock start. We get ready to begin the second half of play. The Raiders took the opening drive down, got a touchdown, and the extra points were good. Went up 8-0. Brattleboro came back to make it 8-6. And in the second quarter, a nice pass play from Olson to Beerworth to make it 14-6. The 2-point conversion was no good. So that's where we are, 14-6, third quarter, ready to get underway here at Alumni Field. Junior varsity action tonight on Channel 15. Mark Carboneau along with Jeffrey Dodds on the camera. And this can be seen at a later date on Channel 15 as the kick is away, and it's taken by number 3 for the Colonels. That's Cody Lee, or the 13 is Lee actually. And that's Wadomski, as Wadomski takes it back for the Colonels. And on the tackle, we're going to give it to Evans, and Razagi was down there. Evans was there and company, as the Raiders have the 14-6 lead, and the Colonels will go to work here, 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. Third quarter just underway. This is, we got some movement along the line there as the Raiders jumped offside, so that'll bring up a 5-yard penalty, and it'll be offsides against the Raiders. This will make it a 1st and 5. 1st and 5. No, it's not a 1st and 15. It's a 1st and 5, and it'll be at the 40-yard line now.
Check that, 1st and 5.
Thanks, Bats. And a handoff, first man through, and it looks like 28. That's Ehrenstrom for Brattleboro. As 1st and 5. And he brought it up to the 45-yard line. They're going to mark it there, so it's a 1st and 10 now. I picked up the 5 yards. 1st and 10 for the Colonels, and the ball at their own 45-yard line. 11:15 left here, third quarter play. Got a man in motion. And 15 in there at quarterback on that exchange. 15 is Todd Pacheco. So Pacheco now at, behind the center, the Colonel quarterback. Todd Pacheco in for Wong here in the second half.
Brings up 2nd down.
So it'll be a 2nd down and about 8 yards to go here for the Raiders. And the ball, or for the Colonels, the ball inside. Let's see. Yep. We'll call it the 47-yard line. Pacheco barks him out. First man through. And hanging on for dear life is, see who came up to make the play. Looked like 75 for the Raiders. Timothy Ramsey. So Ramsey on the tackle.
Tackle by Kriskonko and Cody.
Actually, it was Cody. Cody was in there for the Raiders on the tackle. So it's a 3rd down. 3rd and about 4 here for Brattleboro as he barks them out. First man through is number 24 for Brattleboro, Max Lloyd. Lloyd on the carry, and 78 gets off the pile. Hadley was there. Ethan Hadley for the Raiders, as he was met by a host of Raiders, but Hadley leading the way to make the stop for Rutland. So with 9:45 left here in the third quarter play, it's going to bring up a 4th and 1 for the Colonels. Couple of wideouts for Pacheco as he barks them out. Couple of setbacks out of the eye. And a fumble there momentarily by the back coming through the line for Brattleboro. Recovered it. Number 24 on the carry for Brattleboro. Again, that was Lloyd. So the Raiders stopped the Colonels. So the Raiders will take it over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line. Nice play defensively. With 9:24 left here in the third quarter of play, the Raiders go to work. 1st and 10.
Now with the quarterback, number 17, Matt Thayer.
And let's see, behind center we got a new quarterback now for the Raiders. This is third quarterback. Matt Thayer is at the quarterback position. He started with Johnson, went to Olson, and now this is the third quarterback the Raiders have used this evening. Thayer hands off, first man through. And that looks like Beerworth got the carry, I believe. Yep.
Gain of 5 yards brings up
So
second.
Beerworth on the carry, 2nd and 5. And the ball right at midfield. Second down and 5, 8:36 left here. Third quarter play from Alumni. Junior varsity action tonight. And hopefully we'll have a few more coming your way before the season's over. We'd like to do at least all of the remaining home games for the JVs this year. Got a man in motion. That's Shum as Thayer barks him out. The handoff, first man through. And that's McCormick. I believe it was number 22, Justin McCormick on the carry.
Number 22, Justin McCormick.
And McCormick takes it further into Colonel territory. They'll have a 1st and 10. As it's 8:12 left, third quarter, 14-6, Raiders on top, and they're driving here with a 1st and 10 at the Colonel 37-yard line. Thayer barks him out. He's got a couple of wideouts. Razagi. No, that's not. Actually, that's. Now he's got a man in motion. That's Shum in motion. Drops it back, and the handoff goes to the first man through. And let's see as they get off the pile. I believe it was McCormick with the handoff that time. So McCormick with the carry. And nothing doing there as we have a second down now.
Second and about 12.
2nd and 12, a loss of 2 on the play. And with 7:18 left, the Raiders looking, let's see, what are we doing here? 34 checking out. Jack Mube out of the ball game for the Raiders. Couple of wideouts. Razagi on the near side. As Thayer barks him out, pitch back. This is Shum. And he gets inside the 40, close to the 35.
Ball carrier McCormick, gain of 5.
McCormick actually on the carry.
Second and 7, 3rd and 7.
So a 3rd down and 7 coming up for the Raiders. Ball just about at the 36-yard line. .6:23 left, third quarter of play. Raiders up over the football. Matt Thayer, the Raider quarterback, has a couple of setbacks behind him. And we got the penalty marker down.
Penalty marker on the play.
I think it's equipment. I think it's an equipment penalty against the Raiders. I think someone down there didn't have their
5-yard penalty against the Raiders.
didn't have their
Brings up 3rd and 12.
strap on the helmet where it belongs. So mouth guard or So it's a 5-yard penalty against the Raiders. It drops it back to about the 40-yard line. So they're looking at a 3rd and 12 now from the 40. Razagi out to the left. And looks like Shum is in on the right. Drops it back. Thayer looking, and he puts it out there to Beerworth across the way. Still on his feet. Gets it. Picks up the 1st down. Nice play by Connor Beerworth. So Thayer to Beerworth on the play, and it was all Beerworth after that on his own as he picks up the Raider first down. And the Raiders looking to have it, let's see, they're going to mark it at about the 25. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Raiders. And they'll have it at the Colonel 25-yard line. Now he's got Shum out to the right, couple of sets behind him in the eye. There's Thayer, handoff, and they're going to have him in the backfield that time. That was like Shum on the carry. McCormick on the carry, and nothing doing there. So they lost 2 on the play, so it's a 2nd down and 12 now. And we've got 5 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter play from Alumni. Junior varsity action tonight on Channel 15 as Pep comes out now, or that's McCormick actually. 22 comes out. Razagi checks in for the Raiders. And we have Matt Thayer, number 17, the Raider quarterback in there. Second and 12. Shum across the way on the right side. Razagi on the left of the wideouts. Hand off to Beerworth. Inside the 25, close to the 20. Connor Beerworth on the carry. And a nice play. So he picked up 6 on the play. He'll have about 3rd and about 6 here for the Raiders with 4:10 left. 3rd quarter of play. Excellent game so far for Beerworth. They got the Raiders using the 3rd quarterback of the night, Matt Thayer. They started with Johnson, went to Olson, and now Matt Thayer at the helm at the Raider quarterback position. Shum comes out to the right as a wideout. He's got Razagi across the way on the left, and a couple of backs there out of the eye. He drops it back, got some pressure coming, stays on his feet, and loses the handle. Looks like, I think the ball may have been out of bounds, or did Brattleboro recover? No, they're going to give it to the Colonels. So the Colonels got the loose football. I thought it might have gone out of bounds. Well, it looked like it was out of bounds from up here, but the Colonels recover. It'll be Brattleboro football. They'll have it 1st and 10. And let's see where they mark it here. I believe it was just about the 25. So the 1st and 10 for the Colonels, 25-yard line, 3:24 left, 3rd quarter of play. And the sun has gone down, and it's cooled off considerably. Beautiful day. Handoff. This is Aronstam. And they're going to have him defensively. Nice play by the Raiders coming up to make the stop. Let's see if we... It looked like 52. So Horton was in there along with Beerworth. 52, Zach Horton, and Connor Beerworth, number 24, making the stop for the Raiders. So for the Colonels, it'll be a loss of 2, 2nd down 12, 25-yard line. And the 2:40 left, 3rd quarter of action here. Now he's got a couple of wideouts. This is 15 in there. It's Pacheco, the quarterback for the Colonels, sliding through there. And that's Ehrenstrom finally wrestling him to the ground. Was looked like 24 Beerworth was in there. Or no, that was 21. Perry, 21 was in there. That's Perry. And Dunbar also on the tackle. So we've got a 3rd down, 3rd and about 7 now. And the ball resting at about the 29-yard line. 2 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter of play. This quarter has really been a quick quarter. Notice the difference in that second. That second quarter was just dragging. So here the Colonels are with a 3rd and 7 from the 29. We got some movement. Flags are flying, and we got penalty markers down. So we're going to have a penalty coming up against the Colonels. There was some movement along the offensive line. Got a false start against Brattleboro, so it'll come back inside the 25. So we'll call it the 3rd and 11 for the Colonels. The ball at their own 24-yard line with 1:45 left here in the quarter. Pacheco checks in, brings the play in from the sidelines. We've got now we got a timeout taken by the Colonels, so we'll take a short break and be right back. All right, back at Alumni, 1:31 left here, 3rd quarter, and the Colonels have the football at their own 24-yard line. Pacheco rolls out, looking, and the pass goes incomplete. The intended receiver down there was Aaron Stram. So that'll bring up a 4th down for the Colonels. It'll be 4th and 11. They'll have to boot the football away here. 1:26 left in the 3rd quarter of play. Oh, we did? Oh, boy. And we noticed that Matt Thayer, the Raider quarterback, down on the sidelines, and they're attending to, he did something to his hand, so just had his dad up in the press box. Here's the kick. There's the boot by the Colonels. The ball's going to roll dead at midfield. So the Raiders will take over. They'll have the football 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line. Raiders with the lead 14-6 here, 1:17 left in the 3rd quarter of play. The Raiders took the opening kickoff and drove down, got on the board first. Had an 8-0 lead. The Colonels scored in the 1st quarter, making an 8-6, and then the Raiders got one in the 2nd quarter to make it 14-6, and that's where we are at this point. Quarterback for the Raiders. Now there was Matt Thayer was in there, but he looks to picked up an injury on his hand from what we can see up here. And so now let's see who's going to be. I'm looking across the way. And they started with Johnson. Zach Johnson started the game at quarterback, and then they went with Olson. So who's in there now? Olson's back in, number 18. That's Trevor Olson. And on the carry is Beerworth. He got away. Now he's going to try the other side of the field. And Connor Beerworth, what a play. Connor Beerworth, they had him. He was dead in water over here on this side. Changed the direction, and he looked like Marcus Allen on that one, going from one side to the other. So Connor Beerworth makes a huge gain out of a play that looked like he had nothing. And the Raiders pick up a 1st and 10. They'll have it at the Brattleboro 37-yard line. So that's where the Raiders will. Let's see, they're going to be able to get this. They may let the clock run down at the end of the quarter as we're approaching the end of the 3rd quarter here at Alumni. We got about 12 seconds left as the Raiders come up to the line. Trevor Olson, the Raider quarterback, couple of setbacks out of the eye. Razagi and Shum. And the handoff. And let's see who. Leave it right there. We'll see who got the carry that time. It was 27. That was, I believe it's 27. Landon on the carry. Picked up a yard, and as he does, the 3rd quarter comes to the end. So after 3 quarters of play, it's the Raiders 14 and the Colonels 6, and we'll be back. All right, back at Alumni, ready to begin the 4th quarter of play as it's a 14-6 Raider lead. And the Raiders have the football at the 36-yard line, the Colonel 36-yard line. Bats, we got to have that. That a boy. All right, we're ready to go here. We have a 2nd and 9 for the Raiders, and the ball at the Colonel 36-yard line. There's Olson, handoff. That's McCormick on the carry, and he gets it up close to the 35, and that's about it. They're going to blow the whistle on that one. So McCormick on the carry. The Colonels come up and make the stop. On the stop was number 82 in there, 81 Haskins actually. Haskins and company to make the stop on McCormick. So it brings up a 3rd down and 8. 3rd and 8 for the Raiders. We got 11:30 left here in the ball game. And the Raiders on top 14-6. It's been a good ball game this evening as the Raiders got out in a hurry get on the board in their opening drive, and they haven't looked back yet. So made some nice plays defensively. All right, Trevor Olson. He's got Razagi out to the left, Shum to the right, a lone setback, and here they come. Colonels with the blitz here. There's a pass intended. Wanted to go to, that's Pep on the outside on the left side. Wanted to go to Pep.
Olson's pass intended for Pep.
Goes incomplete, so it'll bring up a 4th down and 8, and the Raiders will have to boot the football away here with 11 minutes left in the ball game. Or maybe they won't boot it away. Let's see what happens. Junior varsity action tonight on Channel 15, and we hope to bring you the remainder of the home games this year at the junior varsity level. We're going to try to sneak in a few freshman contests also, get them on the air, get them on 15. And again, this is being recorded, so it'll be on 15 at a later, when you see this, it'll be a later date, but at least we're here for the kids and get them on the TV so they can watch them. Jeffrey Dodds on the camera work. Mark Carboneau here play-by-play this evening from Alumni as the Raiders have a 4th and 8 and a man in motion. That's Shum, and they're going for it here. As Olson drops back, a lot of pressure coming, and he's going to go down. So Olson went back, and coming in there for the Colonels was Hermanson, number 8, led the charge. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Colonels, and we'll be headed the other direction as we have 10:54 left in the ball game, and the Colonels will take over 1st and 10 at their own, well, we'll call it the 43. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line. There's the handoff. This is up over midfield, number 28. That's Ehrenstram. So Ehrenstram gets the ball over midfield, picks up the 1st down, and the Colonels will have it into Raider territory. So they'll have it 1st and 10 at the Raider 47-yard line. Todd Pacheco, the Colonel quarterback, got a man in motion. That's Ehrenstram. And he's going to pitch it to Ehrenstram as he gets to the corner. Takes it across the 45. Gets it in close to the 40-yard line as Ehrenstram got the pitch. So Hadley on the tackle for the Raiders. But not before Ehrenstram picks up the yardage to make it a 2nd down. He picked up 7 on the play. 2nd down and 3 now. Oop, and we got Raider line jumping offside there on that one.
Penalty marker down.
So let's see what happened. Yeah, well, you know. Got an encroachment penalty against the Raiders. So it'll move the ball a little bit deeper into Raider territory. So it picks up a 1st down for the Colonels. It's a 1st and 10, and they have the football just about the 36-yard line of the Raiders. Pacheco barks them out, couple of setbacks out of the eye. 2nd man through. Again, it's Ehrenstram coming up to make the play for the Raiders. And again, it's Beerworth and Pep coming up. Beerworth got to him first, and then Pep and company finished him off. So it's a loss on the Colonels. It'll be a 2nd down and about 11. No, you're recording. 2nd down and 11 now for the Colonels. Don't worry about that. Nope, we got penalty markers down here even before we get started. We had a 2nd and 11 for the Colonels. There is a procedure call against the Colonels, so this will drop it back 5. It'll bring up a, let's see, they're going to mark it 2nd and 16. 2nd and 16 for the Colonels now, and the ball inside the 45. We'll call it the 41. 2nd and 16. Pacheco barks him out, got a man in motion, and they're going to, no, he did get the handoff, and he got it to Ehrenstram. Boy, that was close. as the Colonels are right on the Raiders are right there in the Colonel backfield. A lot of pressure.
Tackle made by Beerworth.
And Beerworth comes up to make the stop.
Pick up about 11 on the play. Be third down.
Third and about 2 here now for the Colonels with 8:30 left in the contest. And it's a 14-6 Raider lead. Third and 2 for the Colonels. Pacheco now. He's got a man in motion, handoff, first man through. And that's enough to make the first down. 38 looked like Seletnik.
2-yard gain for the Colonels.
Seletnik got the call for the Colonels. It's a first down for Brattleboro, and they'll have the football at the Raider 24-yard line. So it's a 1st and 10 at the 24 for the Colonels. Yep, we got a timeout called by the Raiders, so we'll take a short break and we'll be right back. All right, back at Alumni, 8:04 left here in the fourth quarter as we have the Colonels with a 1st and 10 at the Raider 24. Pacheco, and so, no, now he pitches, and there's a loose football across the way. The ball goes out of bounds over across the way by the Brattleboro bench, so it'll come back. And they'll mark this, where did it actually go out? I guess they're going to say it went out at the about the 28.
Pitch goes out of bounds.
25, 26. Well, we'll call it the 27, so it'll be a second. Now what? We got whistles and, well, I don't know. Let's. All right, now we're ready. Second down, and there's Pacheco. Hand off to Aaron Strom. Tries to cut it outside, and they got him. Nice work by the Raider defense. And it looked like, let's see, 32. Pep was there. So we had Pep and Ethan Hadley in there also to help out. So it'll be a third down, third down now for the Colonels. 3rd and 13. The ball at the Raider 27-yard line. Ready? Drops it back. Pacheco. No, actually that's Wong looking the pass as Wong came in. And it goes incomplete, intended for number 13, Cody Lee, the intended receiver for the Colonels. Beerworth in there to break up the pass, so it's a 4th down now for Brattleboro. With the 7:16 left here in the fourth quarter of play. And it's a 4th down and 13. The ball at the Raider 27-yard line. And the Colonels are going for it here on the 4th and 13. As Wong is in. He's got a wide out here. Hermanson drops the football, but he covers it up. And it'll be a Raider football as they take over. The Raiders will have it 1st and 10. And about the 28-yard line is where the Raiders will go from. 7:13 left here in the fourth quarter, and the Raiders on top 14-6 over the Brattleboro Colonels. It's junior varsity action here on Channel 15 tonight. And like I said, we'll have more of these JV games on down the road as long as Jeffrey's willing to come along and do that camera work for us. We might even get him on the air at some point. But here we go. We've got a 1st and 10 for the Raiders, 7 minutes left. And let's see, this I believe Olson. Is Olson still in there at quarterback? I'm looking down. Yeah. No, that's actually Johnson back into the ball game. Zach Johnson, the Raider quarterback, back in. He saw action during the first quarter. So Zach Johnson back into the contest.
Now the quarterback, number 10, Zach Johnson, hands the ball off to Beerworth for about a 2-yard gain.
Beerworth on the carry, got it up to about the 30. So on the carry, Connor Beerworth gets the ball up to the 30 for the Raiders, and it brings up a 2nd and about 8, a long 8 for the Raiders. As they have the lead here, 14-6, 6:13 left. Fourth quarter of play. Zach Johnson, the quarterback, couple of setbacks behind him out of the eye. And over to his right, he's got one wide out there on the right side. As Johnson hand off to McCormick, and he's going to be held back for a loss there. Take him back inside the 20. McCormick loses yardage on the play. So he's back at about the 25. So the Raiders will have a third down and about 15 here. 3rd and 15 from the 25-yard line. .5:30 left. Junior varsity action tonight from Alumni. A lot drier up here tonight than it was on Saturday afternoon. All right, Johnson. Zach Johnson, the Raider quarterback, barks him out at a 3rd and 13. And second man through, that's Beerworth. Beerworth cuts through the middle. Still on his feet. It's across the 35 to about the 37. And Connor Beerworth on the carry. So that'll bring up a 4th and, let's see, 4th and a long 3 here for the Raiders with 4:46 left in the 4th quarter. Nice run by Beerworth to get some of that yardage back. So we'll see what Johnson and company have up their sleeve here as we've got 4:32 left here in the 4th quarter of play, and the Raiders on top. 14-6, got out fast and furious. They took the lead early, scored on their first drive, and they've looked sharp tonight here at home against the Brattleboro Colonels as Johnson barks them out. Couple of setbacks, hand off to Beerworth, in through the line, gets across the almost to the 40 there as he gets it up to about the 38, 39-yard line, and Connor Beerworth picks up the first down. So the Raiders on the running of Beerworth picks up the first down, and let's see, 4:01 left, 4th quarter. They'll have it at 1st and 10, just about at the 39. As Johnson barks him out, couple of setbacks. He has Shum here now on the near side. The pitch back to Beerworth. Tries to cut it outside. And he gets away from one tackler. Still on his feet, and he gets it up to 45. So Connor Beerworth on the carry picks up about 6. He'll have a looking at a 2nd down and about 4 yards to go. .320 left. Clock is running here at Alumni in this junior varsity action tonight on Channel 15. Mark Carboneau along with Jeffrey Dodds bringing this one your way, and it's been a good one here. Raiders and the Colonels. Anytime the Colonels come to town, it's entertaining, no matter what level we're on. So it's a first down, or it's a, wait a minute, we got a penalty marker down even before we got a delay of game penalty against the Raiders.
Penalty marker now, delay of
So
game on the Raiders.
this will drop it back 5 yards. 2nd down and about 10 now. 2nd and a long 10 here for the Raiders. And 2:57 left here in the contest. Johnson. Zach Johnson, the Raider quarterback, gets the handoff from, let's see, looks like 27 had the hand. Now it's a loose football, and it looks like the Colonels have recovered. The handoff was to Landon, Wes Landon, and then coming up to make the fumble recovery was 28 for Brattleboro. And that's Monty Ehrenstram. So Ehrenstram comes up to make the recovery on the fumble. And the Colonels now have it 1st and 10 with 2:49 left. In the 4th quarter, they'll have it 1st and 10 at the Raider 45-yard line. So this makes things interesting here as we go with 2:45 left. Colonels have it 1st and 10 at the Raider 45-yard line. Raiders on top 14-6. Here's Wong, rolls out, got some pressure, and a little zip pass there. Tried, and it goes incomplete.
Pressure put on by number 27.
A little shuffle pass by Wong, and the pressure was coming from the Raiders. So nice play defensively, putting the pressure on the Colonel quarterback. That's Wong, John Wong, the Colonel quarterback. He felt the pressure that time from that Raider defense. So here we go with a 2nd and 10 at the 45. And Wong barks him out, drops it back. Pressure coming again across the middle and almost picked off. A couple of Raiders had it. And let's see. McCormick was down there. And also David Thayer was down there, 83. Couple of guys down there for the... So now the Colonels have a 3rd down and 10 at the 45. Come on. 2:28 left. Wong rolls out. And it goes incomplete. Intended receiver was Lee, Cody Lee. Pass intended for number 13 for the Colonels. So the Colonels will have a 4th down now, 4th and 10. And the ball at the 45-yard line. 2:24 left here in the 4th quarter. All right, Wong barks him out. Single setback behind him, drops it back. Looking, he's got a man down there, and it's picked off. And this is Shum with the interception. Kyle Shum. Kyle Shum with the interception for the Raiders, and the Raiders will have the football back. With 2:15 left in the contest, they're going to have it 1st and 10 at the Raider 35-yard line. So a nice play defensively. But that whole series, the Raiders stepped up big time on the defense. They shut the Colonels down here on that drive, and it'll be Raider football, 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. We got 2:13 left here in the 4th quarter. Johnson barks him out, couple of setbacks out of the eye. And the handoff, second man through. Oh, there he goes, Beerworth. He could go all the way. Connor Beerworth, touchdown Raiders. What a nice play. Connor Beerworth, and he took that at about his own 35. About a 65-yard run there by Connor Beerworth. So there you go. Raiders are up in the score here. They make it 20-6, and they'll try to tack on the extra points here. 1:52 left in the contest, and it's a 20-6 Raider lead, as it's a junior varsity action tonight from Alumni. Monday Night Football, JV style. Now, if the silver and black can do the same thing and put the hurt on the Chargers tonight, I'll be happy. All right, so here we go. We got a try for the extra points as Zach Johnson barks them out. And the handoff, this is, he get in, he got in. I'm not sure who got in, but, we got a penalty flag at the end. And on the extra point try was number 34, Jack Mube. Jack Mube got the 2 points. There was a penalty marker thrown, and we still don't have the points on there, so hold the phone here. We got to see what's going on. As no, they're going to wave it off. So the 2-point conversion's good. Both teams come back up the field. It's the Raiders 22, the Colonels 6. We'll be back. Okay, we're back here at Alumni. 1:52 left in the 4th quarter play, and the Raiders have a 22-6 lead over the Brattleboro Colonels here. Junior varsity action tonight on Channel 15. Mark Carboneau along with Jeff Dodds here on the camera. And a beautiful run by Connor Beerworth to put the Raiders up 20-6, and then Mube went in for the 2-point conversion. Here's the kick, and it's taken by number 3 of the Colonels down there, and 22, McCormick. McCormick comes up to put the tackle on Wadomski. Isaac Wadomski for Brattleboro got the return, and McCormick comes up to make a nice stop there, gets the tackle. So with 1:47 left here in the 4th quarter, the Raiders with the 22-6 lead, and the Colonels will go to work here. 1st and 10, they'll have the football at about the 22-yard line. Now Wong is out, and they've come back with number 15, Pacheco, back in there for the Colonels as he fires it across. Pass is complete. And that was Hermanson on the receiving end as the clock.
Complete. Game of about 12.
So he picked up 12 on the play. So it's a 1st and 10 for the Colonels. The ball at the 39-yard line of Brattleboro. And the clock continues to run here. 1st and 10 at the Colonel 39 as Pacheco drops back, got some pressure coming, lets it go, and the pass is complete across the way. And that goes to Lee. Cody Lee on the reception. So the Colonels pick up the 1st down. So it's a 1st and 10 for Brattleboro, and they have the football
Pushed out of bounds by Carey.
right about at the 50-yard line. 1st and 10 at midfield for the Colonels. 1:21 left, 4th quarter. Drops it back. Pacheco looks, and it's picked. They pick it off. Looked like the Raiders had intercepted, but nope. It goes incomplete. And it'll be an incomplete pass.
Pass broken up by number 54, Justin Henderson.
Henderson in there to make the play defensively for the Raiders. They look good. The Raiders look good here on defense. They've held the Colonels to 6 points tonight. In the meantime, they put 22 on the board themselves. So it's 22-6. The Colonels looking at a... Oop, and we got some movement on the line as the penalty will go against the Raiders. So the Raiders will have the penalty assessed against them. The Colonels had a 2nd down, or actually they had a 1st down. Now we get some discussion. Hurry it up, boys. I got supper waiting. Let's go. Got supper waiting, boys. I'll tell you, Saturday was a long day. We don't want to make this any longer than that. Mark Carboneau along with Jeffrey Dodds here to do the game here on Channel 15 tonight. And Jeffrey, yep, this one's winding down. We'll be able to sit down momentarily. We got a penalty assessed. So it's encroachment penalty against the Raiders. So it'll 2nd and 5 for the Colonels. And the ball resting at the Raider 45-yard line. As, let's see, this barks them out. Fires across the middle, pass complete. Still going. And finally down at about the 25. Let's see who got the reception on that for the Colonels. 84 for the Colonels on the reception.
Timeout, Colonel.
And they're going to call a timeout. And wouldn't you know it, I don't have the guy's name. I got his number, but I don't have the name. But anyways, 1st and 10 for the Colonels. We're going to leave it right here as 1st and 10 for the Colonels. They have the ball at the Raider 25-yard line. The Raiders will do a little recap here. Got on the board first in the 1st quarter, got the extra points, went up 8-0. Colonels came back, made it an 8-6 ball game, and then the Raiders scored on a nice pass play from Olson to Beerworth to go up 14-6. And then Beerworth on about a 65-yard run put the Raiders up 20-6 here in the fourth quarter. And the 2-point conversion was good. Jack Mube got the pass from Johnson. Zach Johnson had come back into the ball game. All right, so we're ready to go. With 1:07 left, the Colonels will have it 1st and 10, and they got the ball at the Raider 25-yard line. And that's where we are, 22-6 Raiders JV action tonight on 15. They played a great game. They're good defensive battle here, too. Great job on defense by the Raiders tonight. Dropped the ball in the exchange, and so this will bring up a 2nd down now for Brattleboro. On the exchange, the quarterback, Pacheco, lost the handle, so now we got a 2nd and 10. Pacheco drops back, rolls out right, looks, got a man down there, and it goes incomplete. Pass intended for Hermanson down there for the Colonels. So it'll bring up a 3rd and 10 now for Brattleboro. with the ball at the Raider 25-yard line. 44.5 seconds left in this one here from Alumni. Watch the game. 3rd and 10 now. Pacheco drops it back, looks over the middle. Hermanson's got the reception, and he's dropped by a host of Raiders down there. Number 12 was there for the Raiders, Robert Southworth. Southworth was there and company.
Tackled by Southworth.
So we're looking at a 4th down for the Colonels. Pacheco, time's ticking, under 20 seconds. Drops back, looking, and he fires. It's tipped, and we got a penalty marker down. The ball was tipped. Let's see. They're going to pick it up.
That's broken up by number 55, Dunbar.
Dunbar broke up the pass. I don't think the penalty will. I think the flag's going to be picked up. The ball was tipped. So therefore, there was contact in the secondary by the Raiders, but they're going to pick up the flag. Ball was tipped. There's no penalty on that one.
It'll be 1st and 10.
So the Raiders will take over with 12.8 seconds left here. They'll have the football at their own 18-yard line with a 22-6 lead, and the Raiders looking in pretty good shape at this point. Junior varsity action tonight from Alumni, and it's been a good one. The Raiders came out and pretty much controlled the tempo of the ball game. So they'll have the football at their own 18-yard line. Probably just take the knee, and then we'll be out of here. And this is, let's see, snap it and go, as they say. And they're just going to let the clock run down. So tonight the Raiders entertained the Brattleboro Colonels. The Colonels came in. Raiders got on the board first and pretty much controlled the tempo of the ball game. And a nice win for the junior varsity here at Rutland High, as the Raiders have wrapped this one up. They got out on top first quarter, the first drive from scrimmage. They came right in the Brattleboro territory, took the drive right down, got the first score, went up 8-0, and then Bratt came back to make it 8-6. And a nice pass play from Olson to Connor Beerworth in the first quarter. They picked up the second score to make it a 14-6 game. And then on a 65-yard run by Connor Beerworth, they got it to 20-6. And then the two-point conversion as Olson hit, Zach Johnson actually hit Jack Mube. All these Zachs and Jacks are trying to keep them straight. So they made it a 22-6 ball game, and that's the way it ended up. So I want to thank Jeff Dodds for doing the camera work tonight on Channel 15, Mark Carboneau, and final score from Alumni, the Raiders 22, the Colonels 6, and we'll see you down the road.